Alrighty, so you just signed your first SMMA client and now you gotta run ads for them. Except you don't know what the fuck to do. As a matter of fact, you're scared and you're freaking out. You've been searching the entire internet, how to run ads, how to service my client, how to make sure it doesn't churn and get mad at me and all this stuff, okay? I want to make sure that after you leave this video, you feel completely comfortable and you know exactly what to do, how to run the ads, how to set the ads manager, how to do the go level, all that fun stuff. I'm going to share it with you in today's video. Real quick, before we dive into that and show you this entire ads manager and all the fun stuff you don't know, I need to share one super important thing with you, okay? Which is that first, congratulations, you just signed your first freaking, or maybe it's your second or third client, okay? And now you're wondering, you've come up with a problem that it is, you don't know how to service your client. And therefore, you're freaking out, okay? Here's the thing. There's one problem with this question. And it's that you're trying to solve an unsolvable question, which is why you haven't got the answer yet. Now, let me explain to make this make sense for you. You're trying to ask Stefan, how do I get better at running ads? Except you've never run ads before. Well, that's the equivalent of saying, Stefan, how do I get better at tennis without playing tennis? Well, the answer is you can't. As a matter of fact, it's almost impossible to get better or even good at tennis without ever playing. And so there's something I have to address first before we answer this question, which is that the question in and of itself is flawed. Now, I've scaled 3 of my own agencies 2 to 6 figures. One helped consult to $50K a month. I've helped 600 plus beginners start and scale their own agencies. And when I tell you the amount of people that have come to me and say, Stefan, it's not my first client, I need help servicing. I need to figure out goal level. I need to figure out ads. And I say no. And they say, what do you mean? I say, you just signed your first client and you're trying to figure out how to deliver perfect results, correct? They go, yeah, that's exactly, yeah, how do I do that? I go, that's not going to happen. Now you might be getting fucking pissed right now, but let me explain something to you. Here's what happens. You sign your first client. Most people, they then stop outreach permanently to focus only on that one client because they want to make sure that one client doesn't leave because it's the one client and they, for some reason, have a scarcity mindset because they think they can only sign one client. Fair enough, it's your first client. I don't blame you. And so what happens is they shift all their time away from actually appointment setting, right? And sales and closing, and they focus on their 1 or 2 clients that they have to try and get good results. Here's the problem with that. Let me try to explain this in sports terms. If you wanted to get good at hockey or basketball, how would you get better? Well, most of you would say, well, you get better if you play more. Awesome. And if I asked you, do you get better at playing once a month or once a day? Most of you would say once a day. I say, cool. So what you just told me is that you get better by doing and you get better quicker by doing more. Awesome. So why do we have this logic for life, but when it comes to business, we think that for some reason we can magically get good at something by having us do it never? That doesn't make sense. And there's a problem here, which is that we're trying to get good at something that we've never done before. And so here's the issue that happens, is you stop outreach. You focus all your time and energy on this one client. And here's what happens. I've seen it happen so many times. You end up sucking because it's your first time. And you're never going to be good the first time you step on the court. Ever. No matter what sport it is, no matter what it is in life, you're never going to be good the first time. And so you end up sucking. You suck so much that the client leaves. And then you sit there and you get pissed and go, man, I suck at service delivery. And you still have no clients. And so you try and figure out how to get better at service delivery before you sign more clients so you don't fuck over any more clients. Here's the problem with that, is we're trying to solve problems that don't yet exist. We're trying to solve for things that aren't even a problem yet. And let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a real question. I mean, like human to human media you. Would you rather, here's the thing, in business you're always going to have problems. That's the whole point of business, is you solve problems. Like there will always be problems. Let me ask you a question. Would you rather have the problem of having too many clients and not knowing how to fulfill, or having no clients but knowing how to fulfill? Most of you would probably say too many clients because at least you have clients and you have money. Here's the amazing thing about that, is when you sign a bunch of clients, you make a bunch of money because they pay you. And here's the really cool thing, is once you have money, you now have resources you can use and deploy to get those clients' results. Here's the next coolest thing about that, is the more clients you sign, the more ads you get to run. The more ads you get to run, the more budget you have. The more budget you have, the more stuff you can test. The more stuff you can test, the quicker you can learn ads. So here's the problem. Signing one client and asking, how do I run ads, is a flawed question. It's a flawed way of thinking. And it'll only hurt you. It'll actually only hurt you. And so the question should be, I've signed my first client, how do I properly allocate time between this client and still setting appointments so that this client isn't, screwed over, but I'm still able to bring on more clients, because I know that ultimately the reason why I suck at ads is I haven't ran enough ads for more people, so I need to bring on more people so I can run more ads, which as a result will get you to actually get all your clients' results quicker because you have more experience. And so here's the thing. You clicked on this video because you wanted to learn how to run ads. And now I'm sitting here telling you that you actually need to focus on not running ads. You can take this information as you will, okay? Many people have not taken this information, and as a result, they've been the guy that I just explained who went on to focus all their efforts on trying to learn how to run ads. They can't, because it's physically impossible to do it good on your first time for most people. The client leaves them, they're then pissed at the world, and they spend their next 4 years trying to make a good service, only to realize nobody's going to buy it, and they can't sell anybody, and they're still broke. I don't know about you, but I don't want that to be me. And so there's a really good story from Alex Hormozi where there's a buddy texting him saying, hey Alex, I have this great offer, I have this and this and this and this and this, but I'm scared about fulfillment, I think I'm doing too much. And Hormozi said, you don't have a client, do you? And the guy said, no, but I'm just too scared that I'm going to be like doing too much, and like I'm not sure what to do. And Hormozi said, stop. Your philosophy is flawed. You need to sell the farm, sell the world. Sell people on whatever it is that you can get them to buy, and then over-deliver after. The problem is most people try and figure out how to deliver a good service first, and they never end up selling, and they just stay wantrepreneurs instead of entrepreneurs. So let me ask you a question. Are you a wantrepreneur or are you an entrepreneur? The difference between them? The entrepreneur makes money, the wantrepreneur just wants to make money and focuses on the things that don't actually make money. And so I guess to even extrapolate this a bit further to hopefully make a bit more sense, it's that you're not going to be good the first time and not good the second or third or fourth time. As a matter of fact, in science, like in actual, scientific practices, there's something called statistical significance. It means if you're sampling, or if you're doing a data test, something has to have statistical significance for that thing to even matter. And the quantity at which statistical significance takes place and it measures as this is good is 100 sets of data. Which means, in theory, we would have to have 100 clients before we could ever say that we are good and or bad at servicing our clients. Because, you could flip a coin right now. If you have a coin, let's say pretend this is a coin, you could flip this coin 3 times. And if you flip the coin 3 times, there's a good chance that it may land on heads 3 times in a row. Does that mean the coin lands on heads 100% of the time? Well, no. It means that we just haven't collected enough data for the average to, aggregate out to, see what the actual average is. Which is fine, but we just have to then collect more data to see the truth. My screen just went blank. I can't see anything. Oh, we're back. Okay. So we just have to collect more data to, I guess, see the truth of this thing. Is it actually 100% or is it 50%? And so most people try and figure out, they're like, man, I suck at ads because I ran it once and they sucked. When you don't have even close to enough statistical significance to even say whether you are good and or bad. And so I was on a call with Hormozi. If you want calls with Hormozi, there's a link down below. You can join the school games. You can get free calls with Hormozi. It's pretty cool. And one of the things that he was talking about is this concept right here about the story with his friend. And he said that when he used to run gyms, people would come to him and say, yeah, I want to get in shape. And they say, awesome. They go, but I don't want to be as big as you though. And Hormozi laughed and said, dude, you're not just going to sneeze and magically be as big as me. As a matter of fact, there's a million little steps that happen between here and there. And trust me, you will know when you're well on your way. So let's stop trying to solve problems that don't yet exist and focus on the now. Let's make it look like you even work out. Fair enough? And the guys were a little taken back because it was like, damn, but it was true. They were saying, I don't want to do this, and this, when those things are so far in the future. They're problems that haven't yet even happened. Most people are trying to solve problems that don't yet exist. And, or if they do, aren't yet relevant. Like, my goodness, I need to get better at onboarding. I have one client. No. The problem is you have one client. You need to figure out how to get more. You don't need to be good at onboarding. You need to get good at closing more clients. Because you're not going to have a business if nobody's paying you anything. Most people want a business, but they don't go out there and sell things. To have a business, you fundamentally need customers paying you. Most people want to have a business, but they don't ever focus on making any money. You can't have a business by just sitting in your room making products all day and trying to learn how to run ads. It doesn't work. It doesn't freaking work. Okay? As a matter of fact, about a year and a half ago, I thought I was going to make a crazy invention. I was going to make the cure to cancer equivalent for realtors. I was going to make a software that would do personalized follow-up for realtors for their prospects for the next 10 years. They'd have personalized follow-up with all these different clients with a bunch of cool automations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I spent months and months and months building this thing out. To then finally, after it was done, to go hop on sales calls with realtors and show them my amazing thing. Look what I have, realtors. You're going to buy it. You're going to love this. The first 3 calls I hopped on, all 3 people back to back said, Stefan, we already have this. As a matter of fact, it cost us like $20 a month and it can do all these extra things. Felt like a shot to the heart. After those 3 calls, I sat in my room staring at my monitor for the rest of the day. And at the end of the day, I literally deleted the entire software and moved on. And from that day forward, I learned a very, very, very important lesson. It's that you need to solve problems that exist, not problems that don't yet exist. Because if you focus on problems that don't yet exist, you stay an entrepreneur instead of becoming an entrepreneur. So my friend, you may be a little scared, you may be a little freaked out. Okay, the ads manager may be a lot for you. But guess what? The first time that I played tennis, the first time I played football, the first time I played basketball and hockey, I wasn't good either. When I first played hockey, I didn't know how to skate. But was I going to sit there on the side and go, oh, I don't know how to skate, I can't play? No. Because you get better by doing. And the more and more and more I started stepping on the rink and skating, the better it got. And I started to get recruited onto better teams and ended up making some of the really good teams in my city. And so the point is that we get better by doing. And so if you want to get better at running ads, your focus should be on how can I get more people to run more ads for, so I get more exposure, so I can learn faster, so I can actually get all my clients' results quicker. And so your focus shouldn't be on how to run ads for your first client. Your focus should be on how can you close more people so you can get more data, so you can learn faster, which actually is more honest and respectful to the clients that you sign, because you will actually then get them better results. There's the thing. You might be thinking, Stefan, that's going to be insane. I'm going to be so overwhelmed. Yeah, you will. And that's normal, because that's business when you start out. It's overwhelming. It's crazy. It's chaotic. It's hectic. And it's fun. And it's exciting. Okay? But that's normal. And I want you to know that. And I just want you to ask yourself this one last thing. I said it before, but I'll say it again. Would you rather, okay, have 10 clients and a bunch of money in your account but not know exactly how to deliver? Or have 0 clients and 0 money in your account but some idea on how to deliver results for clients? And when I say some, probably not even a good idea, because you haven't done it for anybody, and so who knows if that idea actually will hold up when you serve people. I know which one I would pick. And the coolest thing about having the 10 clients is you also have money and resources to pay to get results for your clients. And you can also get results for them way faster because you have way more things to test with. So my friend, maybe I clickbaited you, maybe you hate me. Most of you probably don't even get to the end. If you do, you probably like me, okay? And shout out to you. But I think this is something a lot of people need to hear, because in my free community, you can join down below, okay? I have like 500 people in there, and this is one of the most common things I get asked, right? Outside of like, how do I pick a niche and all that stupid stuff. It's like, Stefan, I signed a client, what do I do? And this is the answer, is you need to focus on getting more clients, because your problem isn't service delivery. As a matter of fact, you don't even know if it's a problem yet, because you haven't even ran ads yet. Your problem is clients. You don't have enough of them. You don't have a business. You're a entrepreneur and an entrepreneur. Make money, get a business, get people coming in, keep getting people to say yes, right? And here's the coolest thing about that is if you have 5 clients to run ads for versus 1, you'll probably act a lot faster with 5 because you have a lot more urgency. And so you also end up moving a lot quicker. So there's like a whole cool concept about we take as long as we give our time to do something. And so if you give yourself 10 hours to do a task, it'll take 10 hours. If you give yourself 1 hour to do a task, it'll take you 1 hour. And if you have 5 clients, you'll probably be wanting to move a lot faster because you have a lot more urgency. You'll probably get the same amount of work done in way less time by just having more pressure on your back anyways. Side note. So stop focusing on how to run ads, because you're not going to get good at running ads by watching YouTube videos. You're going to get good at running ads by running more ads. And it just so happens to be that you can run more ads by signing more clients. And so you need to shift your focus from more ads to more clients, because more clients will allow you to actually get the experience to learn how to run better ads. And that's what you wanted in the first place. And so while I didn't give you your exact answer, I gave you the answer you needed to hear, not the one you wanted to hear. But that's my philosophy, is tell the truth even if people don't like to hear it. It's worked so far so well, so I'll keep it going that way. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. Okay, this is inspired from all the people inside my community constantly asking me this question. Also, Hermosi, because he made a really good piece of content on this about stop trying to fix problems that don't yet exist. Focus on the now and what's actually important. Peace.